Hello, guys. Hi.
Hey!
Finally, we meet. Cheers, cheers. I don't have my own drink, but it's all right. You do have. Okay.
Drinking for two. Look.
That's a cocktail hour. I love
It's a
it.
cocktail hour somewhere.
So what you're drinking? It's your favorite drink, Adam beer, and yours a cocktail, Roy?
Well, I don't really drink anymore, so it's a special occasion. But this is like a summer fruits drink, so the sun is shining. Although we're not allowed to go outside, let's bring a little sunshine indoors.
I'm a big supporter of local expensive beer.
It's all right. Everything we can do at the moment, it's fine. So I'm really excited that I have you here on my radio show, even with this thing. I love you guys and I love your work. I loved your live gig in Athens. I know it wasn't the first time, March 23rd. So tell me a little bit more about your live gig in Athens for people who are watching now.
Well, we've been to Athens maybe 3 or 4 times to play at Gazate. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, that's correct. Gazate.
Just the first time we were blown away the first time we went there. Such a lovely venue. And you can see the Acropolis. The big
Acropolis, the view is amazing from the terrace. Yeah.
Building and standing on the top of the deck DJing, it was just like, compared to England. You don't get that.
It's all right. So, you don't have the Acropolis, but you do have some other views. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an amazing place. And the hospitality there, wicked. The vibe of the crowd, wicked. We get to feel like rock stars there. And they feed us ridiculously well. The last thing you want before you go on the turntables is a massive platter. But it looks like a wedding buffet. It's like, there's only 2 of them.
We end up just having it behind the decks, and I'm just like,
my God. Did they feed you before the live? Because this is a very risky thing to eat so much before the live. I'm telling you, this is a very risky thing they did. But I know they spoil a lot in Gazate. They are quite cool guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So what about? Sorry.
Big up Leo, I think is the main dude there, right?
Yeah, Leo.
He's
greatest the great. So let's move on to the quarantine life. How the isolation is treating you guys. Have you learned any new talents? Cocktail, maybe mixologist?
I've always been a mixologist of sorts, yeah. Cooking more, walking more. We both live in Bristol in slightly different parts.
Okay.
And I found a whole warren of really cool walks to go on by the river. It looks like a kind of Turner painting, some of it, when the sun comes through. So for your state-sanctioned hour out the house, I've been finding some really cool places. And also teaching my girlfriend to DJ. So getting to transfer skills. She's learning very fast as well. It's not fair.
It's all right. I had the same thing when I started playing music in 2000, but it's very tough because you guys are watching a girl playing music and you say, no, this is wrong. This is a mistake. Let me do it. Okay, do it and leave me alone. You see? But is she playing with records or with CDs?
She's using digital control system, but she wants to use the vinyl to control it. So she understands and appreciates the kind of older school mentality. But yeah, it's a lot easier now, she says. She imagined them when we learned to DJ with records, using your ears, record skipping, it would have been a nightmare, which it was. But now I think you can fast track your skills.
For us.
Well, I think a new member is going to come quite soon in the Allergies, no?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We'll be warming up for her. We've just got to find her a good DJ.
Yeah. That's cool. And maybe we can play back to back with her sometime. So ladies versus boys. Ooh.
Battle of the sexes on the Dexes.
So guys, I was trying to find an interview saying how you come up with this name, the Allergies, because allergies we know is a seasonal thing, but you are high season the whole time. So tell me a little bit more how you come with that idea.
I'd love us to be able to say there's a romantic story behind this, but there isn't. It always sounded cool. End of story.
I think that's the long and short of it.
Next question.
We thought it'd look good as a logo, and we thought it would, in terms of a term or a word, it's very removed from hip hop and funk and anything that's trying to be a certain thing. It could be a punk band name. So we thought let's take something out so it stands out. But yeah, I don't know why we hit on it. I think we were just, maybe we went through the alphabet and Aardvark was taken and we got down.
So first it's pretty, it's available, let's take it.
We were trying to come up with something a bit like, punky and gothy in a weird, just to throw people off I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah.
We still like it, so that's good.
That's cool. I like it. And this is very nice because you search allergies and you find too many things, but now allergies, you are in the top list.
Number one, are we?
Optimize that search engine.
So let's refresh our memory a little bit. So you started with EPs, and then your first debut album came up in 2016, as we do our thing. And you do have some kind of interesting things. I can name some of them. Tune of the Month twice, Mix Mag awarded you. You have been at the tops of Juno download charts, headliners in BBC Six Music. BBC loves you. I can listen to Felony all the day.
Hey.
I love BBC. So tell me now about the new single, Felony, and Rile Em Up.
Yeah, that's it. It's a double-sided kind of. Rile Em Up. That's the flip, the one that's not super being pushed on the radio. And that features Andy Cooper and Marietta Smith, who are our soul sensations and leading people on the microphones. Yeah. And that's a kind of Latin groove. And we thought that would be perfect for the summer. And we were going to be touring, so we'd hope people would be up on it and then they get to see it live. But unfortunately not. And Adam wants to say anything about the A-side.
Yeah.
Felony, well, that's the one that's got picked up on playlist here, and we've just secured another week next week on the A-list playlist at Six Music, which feels like we've been trying to get that for like 6 years and almost kind of like gave up hope on it, but it just happened. So what a lovely thing. But so we're stoked. We're very happy.
Amazing.
And the good thing about that single, Felony, we thought that was just classic Allergies bread and butter. Like find some cool old records, stick some cool drums under it, make it punch for the DJs. And we thought that would possibly just be like a cool album cut. But Trevor, the head of the label, really picked that one out as a real earworm and something that would work for radio. So all props to him for having the confidence in that as a track selection to lead with on this album campaign.
Some enthusiasm for once.
Yeah. I mean, I have to tell you something. I must admit that I listen to BBC Six, and I do have my own radio, but I love BBC Six. So I was listening to Felony, and at that time I haven't heard it. And I said, oh my God, let's Sajam and do anything with, to find it. I couldn't find the track. And I said, no way, because it's a retro sound. It's a vintage one. It has to be some vocals from the past. How it's possible not to find it? And then you send me, guys. And I love that people are playing so much. It's a really good tune. Really good. I love it.
Playing it in Greece?
Sorry?
Are they playing it in Athens, in Greece?
Well, now I'm in London, so I don't know. But whenever I upload it in the social media and on Instagram, they tell me what a tune. So probably now it's already spread in Greece. I'm going to make sure it's spread.
The good thing about it is it's got a little Allergies twist to it where you have the driving groove that you want to get down to, but also a little bit of sweetness and melancholy in the lyrics, which is a great balance to get right, and the kind of lessons you learn from Northern Soul and things like that. So,
and it sticks in mind. I mean, it sticks to your mind. You can sing it all day.
We have a friend who said she woke up the other day and it was going round in her head. So I don't know whether that's isolation, madness, or whether this is like a proper earworm.
A bit as well. It's actually grown on me, that song. It's like I liked it. No, I really like it. So,
I love it, guys. So what about Andy Cooper? He's a part of the family, right?
Yeah, big time. Yeah. He is the third member, really. He co-writes a lot of the music with us, and he's kind of, as the albums have gone along, he's just got more and more involved. Really, he's just a super talented, multi-talented, multi-instrumentalist, vocalist. He plays bass on stuff and writes keys, and all-round good egg, really. Yeah, just really good to have on board.
Great sounding board as well, great advice, good to ping things back and forth, and his enthusiasm for the things you give him is it G's you up to work harder on it. And when he puts that amount of effort in, especially with the lyrics and the speed and some of his rapping, you make sure you raise your game to his level, really.
Yeah, it turns up also the vibe. and the volume. But I need to tell you that I was impressed that he lives in LA and you live in Bristol, and even before quarantine life, you already have this virtual reality with him.
Yeah, it's been quite tricky,
but you are already used to it.
And patience, but we get there in the end, don't we? That's kind of the motto, really. If we're all working on it, we'll get there in the end.
Yeah.
And he will go to bed when we are getting up, so you might get a really enthusiastic line of texts about a project, and you just like having your cornflakes going, right, let's take off, and then he'll be waking up to ding 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 ding. Like,
my God, that's tough. That's difficult. But is it any possibility that he will come here, or you will move to LA anytime?
We're not moving anywhere, but he will. He has family in Scotland with his wife, so he comes back and forth, especially around Christmas time.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like we should go out at least to abuse some of his hospitality and see what their life's like.
You should.
On his
dinners.
You should try this. So what about funky music, guys? What's that thing that gives you energy and want to do more funky music?
What makes us want to keep doing the funky music? Well, it hits you right here.
Yeah.
And that's emotional. What it is. Yeah. And there's such a backlog of untapped records we're yet to find and yet to get inspired by and yet to steal ideas from and yet to sample. So everything's hiding in plain sight, but we keep on digging. And that's the thing with funk, even though it's from a certain period of time, there's still a lot of untapped things. You've got to get the miner's lamp on and get in there, I think. So that's what I like about it.
Same.
So when you're two sitting together, how come you create the idea? Oh, let's do this track, or let's have these tunes, or can we listen some 50s or 60s and twist it a little bit more to modern times? Well, what do you thinking about?
We've got very different roles in the studio, really. Roy starts the project off these days and finds the samples and works with those and gets the track in shape, and then it might get sent to Andy Cooper to add some lyrics, play some instrumentation, and then my main role is to mix it and make it sound good, and do some editing and all the geeky stuff. Actually, is weirdly the stuff I enjoy. But so yeah, we've all got our different roles and talents, really.
Okay, and Roy.
Yeah, I just heard the door go, and I'm expecting a new pair of socks, so I just wanted to keep an ear out for that. It's shorts. It's going to be shorts weather.
Okay,
yeah. So that's all it. Right. Yeah.
Okay, so what are your inspiration, guys? What decade is your most appealing? 50s, 60s, 70s?
Well, you have to go between 63 to 78, around that time. Yeah. Lots of freaky underground music that was being engineered in such a way that these great bonkers trippy ideas and different meetings of groups were coming together, and little dinky labels were putting stuff out, and there's a certain richness to the recording quality back then. Just that whole, from the way they play to the way it's captured, there's a certain magic to it. So that's like a golden era, I think, for us, that we try and bring slightly up to date if we can.
Yeah, you do bring the past in the future, and I love this chemistry you put through the tunes. So tell me, what things do you miss more now that you are in the quarantine? Do you miss playing in the gigs? Do you miss the contact with people? What is the most thing that?
Yeah, well, I think when you're gigging quite a lot, it's very easy to complain a little bit. You're tired, you're traveling a lot, you miss your family. And since lockdown, I've just, I've realised how much I miss it and how much I enjoyed it and how much of an adrenaline rush I got from DJing in front of all those people. And actually, that I think I'm really missing that. Like, there's none of that big dump of excitement for me at the moment. Yeah. I mean, it's quite pleasant. Don't get me wrong. The sun's shining. I've got a nice garden. I've got kids here. But yeah, really missed that kind of excitement, I think, of in front of people.
Especially with this being part of an album push and promo campaign, taking these new records on the road would have been like another rush, just to hear the response to the brand new first pressing of the 7-inch.
Yay.
You get to play it for the first time, and Adam would get on the mic and say, "You've not heard this before," and just to see if people loved it, or play it and not tell anyone, and see if people are into it, and then we could both go, "Yeah, that needs to turn it up." Yeah. So that whole process and that call and response between you and the crowd about this new material, that's a definite miss for me as well.
Yeah. Were you planning to release this EP now, or is it because the quarantine and everyone needs some music, some new music?
No, it was all scheduled to be released when it is. We have decided to pull the album forward to July. It was going to come out in September, so that is partly based on the current situation. I think a lot of albums are now going to get pushed back to September, so we don't really want to be in that kind of
dump,
mash or big dump of music that suddenly comes out in September. And our music's quite, always been quite summery anyway. So we figured, let's put it forward. And also because of the reaction we've been getting with the playlist and stuff on Six Music, time to strike while the iron's hot, I think.
Exactly.
So how can you understand now the feedback from people, apart from messages and apart from social media?
That's it. Well, it's all online. And we sign up for like an Apple Artist service, so we're getting notifications about when it is trending that we've not seen before. So I think the reactions are happening in the digital way now. So you can see how many people, like you were saying about Shazamming the song, on a weekly basis. It's been thousands of people have put their phone up to a speaker each week to find out what the song is, and knowing that.
Amazing,
that gives you goosebumps. So
amazing.
Yeah.
But what about the musician crisis at the moment? How do you think it's gonna be through the next month? Because until we come back to live gigs and events, it's gonna take a while, right? I don't know the exact time, but it's gonna be tough. So what do you think?
I think it's going to be the last industry really to go back to normal in some ways. Big events and stuff that the governments are going to try and avoid. So I think musicians have got to kind of reinvent themselves a little bit, and it's great to see so many DJs and musicians doing the live streaming thing. We've set up something called Patreon, which is a website where we're kind of not just asking for money from people, but actually giving them something. We're giving them lots of extra content, lots of mixtapes and extra podcast features and stuff like that. So we'll get a bit of income from that. If you're interested and you're listening, by the way, patreon.com/the Allergies. You can support.
Perfect. I'm going to write it also on the post, of course.
So it's about reinventing yourself and hoping that we get through it. It's very uncertain for everybody right now, not just musicians. It's difficult, but have faith.
We need to support the artists. We need to support, of course, all the workers. But I think the music industry and the art industry will be devastated the most. So yes, I'm going to write this link. It's very useful. Thank you, guys. And now I want to ask you, what kind of Instagram live or concerts or podcast are you following this time?
Following?
Yeah, or listening to and you enjoy.
Our good friend DJ Chiba's just started his Twitch profile, and he did a live stream last night, which was great. He's an audio visual whiz kid that helps us a lot with our live touring backdrop visuals. He came to the Jazz Cafe with us and filmed the decks live and put it on the big screen. He's using green screen technology to cover the actual rotating turntables in front of his hands with videos of the songs they're playing. So that's DJ Chiba. Check that out.
Okay.
A Skills got a really good one going, and our good friend Shaka Loves You have got some great content online. So I'd say for a start, those three have got some very interesting. They're approaching it in a very interesting way, and it's very inspiring to see what they're doing.
All right, cool. Okay, Adam, you have any suggestions?
Podcast, I think pretty much the ones that Royce has said. Okay. Really. I was checking out A Skills last night. I've had coronavirus, so I've been pretty unwell for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm just sort of back
sorry
on my
to hear
feet
that.
now.
But you're okay now. Everything's good.
Yeah, I feel good. I've still got a little bit of a cough, but it's been 6 weeks. It took me 2 weeks. I was in bed.
So you were isolated from the rest of the family?
No, because we just kind of, it just didn't work out that way, you know. I was kind of too late. I'd already had contact with them. Luckily, they were okay. They had very mild symptoms, but I got quite sick, really. But yeah, so I've been out of action for a while, and I'm just kind of getting back to it. But yeah, I'm good. I feel good today. I feel 100% today, which is great.
You seem very good.
Yeah.
The colors and everything,
you
seem very good. So before closing our interview, guys, and let you and release you, I want to go through some snap questions, if you like to.
Hit us.
Yeah. Okay. So which legend will you bring back to now and collaborate with?
Anyone dead or alive we could work with now?
Yeah, right. Dead or alive.
It's got to be the Godfather, James Brown.
Yay!
Imagine that. And the last people to get anything good out of him was like Bambaataa in the 80s. So I think if you could dig him up, work him like a puppet and get him on the mic, that would be a match made in heaven, wouldn't it?
It would be, my God.
I think he would, he'd be quite controlling, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he's probably featured 2% Allergies and the rest
we lost a good friend yesterday. We lost Ty.
I just read it.
UK hip hop MC, and in my boy's opinion, probably the best it was. So I wish we'd done more with him. We did a remix for him, and we did a gig with him. But I'm just kind of gutted that we didn't do more and make the most of that opportunity, really.
Yeah, he was a podcast guest as well. Yeah, and he always had a lot of love to give and support a lot of artists. On our new album, we've got a rapper called Toomey, aka Skunkadelic, and he's recently worked with Ty. So you realise the circles you roll in, how embedded he was with everyone in this culture. So rest in peace.
Yeah. Have the best paradise for him, and of course, he was one of the pioneers of hip hop. Mm-hmm. So let's proceed with if you could choose one person to stay the whole quarantine with, who would that be?
You mean other than my girlfriend? Just so
again with the legend, or even don't listen. Mute the conversation.
I would say, without a doubt, the legend that is Bill Murray. He would be a hoot.
Yeah. I love Bill Murray.
God, I don't know. That's a really difficult question.
It can be also a fictional hero, you know.
I think like a good cook. Gonna cook me a lot of food.
This is useful, yeah.
Jamie Oliver, as long as you talk too much.
Yeah. Some kind of mute Jamie Oliver is what you're saying.
Yeah. I love it. Okay. And the first gig you want to make after all this ends? The first gig, where would you like to be?
Well, we had a really, really, really good one planned and it fell through. And that would be playing on a sunny terrace in the centre of Bristol in a venue called Bambalam. And they'd programmed a lovely summer of live semi-outdoor rooftop gigs with Norman Jane, people of such a high caliber, Greg Wilson, I think. And we were going to get to play there for a home crowd, playing all 45s. If the sun still shines, maybe this year or next year, and we can have that gig back on. I was really looking forward to that, so that would be
please, maybe in September or October. Do you think?
Probably the closest to the Athens gig in terms of view and vibe, but not quite, but nearly there. So yeah,
terrace gigs then. Terrace gigs. Okay, cool. And I want you to name a felony, like a guilty pleasure you have. Each one of you.
Right, I'm just mentally going through the ones I can't say.
You can say them.
Well,
nobody's going to shut us down.
Stealing music online.
What's the guilty pleasure you listened to last day? You're afraid to tell it.
Listening to? Oh, man.
Britney Spears, take that.
Fleetwood Mac. I love a bit of Fleetwood Mac, but they're pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not so cheesy,
Yeah, I don't mind a bit of cheese now and again. I did a whole series of mixtapes called Mother's Ruin, where you find artists like the Bee Gees or John Travolta or Kenny Rogers, and you go back through all their music and find like one really funky, dope tune. So I've always had a soft spot. So you could even find Dolly Parton with a funk break in. So
there's a great Tom Jones record I just bought.
Wow. I would love to listen to Dolly Parton through your vibes, you know? Some
Yeah,
like Jolene or I don't know.
Let me try and find the name of the track.
Okay. And then I will proceed to the next question.
So quickly, sorry, the track
yeah.
is called Getting Happy by Dolly Parton. If you want to go and find it and hear Dolly Parton with some drums behind her.
I will definitely put it on Spotify. I will definitely. So, okay. Yeah. The track that attacks, the track that you put and the people are getting crazy, even more crazy than listen to your music. But there is one track that whenever you play the song, people are getting crazy.
There's two we really go back to again and again in our DJ sets. The first one is a remix of hold on.
Ray Charles,
Ray Charles, thank you. Yeah, whose remix is that? Ray Charles.
It's John Hendicott who calls himself Beatsy Collins.
Beatsy Collins.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, you met him in Bristol loads of times, and he actually gave me a copy of that a while back. So that's super dope. Yeah. All his works. I mean, everyone of different generations knows it. It's a good song in its own right. He's beefed it a little bit, and as a triple bonus, people know it from the Kanye West joint.
You can come from any speed. It doesn't matter what speed you're playing.
Yeah.
You can be going from really fast and then put that slow one on, and people go crazy. It's good.
Oh my God, I love Ray Charles.
Another one. Lack of Afro, turn it up a notch. Maybe.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, that's track 2. Yeah.
Stewart, Bump and Hustle Music. I love that tune. It's really good. Yeah.
I love it too.
Speaking of lack of Afro, he's got a brand new album dropping today, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's called I'm Still Here, I think. His girlfriend and manager Emma just designed the cover for it. He's got some merch out and collaborations with people that he's worked with before, herbal tea and things like that. So he sent me a promo. I'm excited to listen to that.
Is it cool? Did you like it?
I've just heard the music he plays in his little advert, and I've not yet heard the album.
Okay.
But it sounds like it's really funky and some good hip hop on there. So that might be well up everyone's boulevard. So check that out as well.
We will. Thank you for that. And now, who would you choose to go for a bar hopping night?
What, bar hopping?
Yeah. Bar to bar.
Drinking with.
Pub crawl, we call it here, but it sounds classier when you say bar hopping. You know? Yeah.
David Hasselhoff. I just think he'd be a really
nice. I didn't expect that.
Wow. Fun guy.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're Roy, sorry.
Ice-T, probably. The well-known actor and rapper, and all-round good pimp. So I think he'd be able to get you in a lot of places that I wouldn't be able to get into. So. And I don't know if pay for a drink all night.
Somebody who would turn very early in the morning at home.
Yeah.
Somebody's girlfriend will be mad. Okay, so a night in Las Vegas with.
Right, so the same idea, but now we've got the glitz and glamour of life. It would have to be Dead or Alive?
Yeah.
Okay. The professional wrestling icon, Randy Macho Man Savage. I think he'd get you through the crowds. He'd find all the best spots. We can get some ringside seats to any sporting event. And he'd make it rain. He's a class act and super bonkers. So respect to Macho Madness. Yeah, give Hasselhoff a day off to recover.
Okay, and last one. I want to know your favorite comic hero.
Chevy Chase for me, or any of the early Saturday Night Live alumni. Also in this country, Steve Coogan.
Okay.
And earlier than that, Harry Enfield. But kind of sketch comedians, comedians, and people who've got good dramatic presence, but also whip sharp.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Sort of an early Eddie Murphy for me, probably. Yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. All right, so guys, now before I say goodbye, let me know where people again can go and listen to your music, and how can they give some tips or donate for music art people. And
it's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Is that you? It's all over. It's all over your stream.
Felony, it's all over. Yeah, true.
Spotify, We're on Apple Music. If you want to listen and stream, you can check out the Allergies Bandcamp at Band. Don't know what the URL is, I'm going to be honest with you, but it's Bandcamp, the Allergies. You know how to use Google.
Yeah.
And of course, check out the Patreon page, which we've already said, patreon.com/the Allergies, if you want to kind of join the membership of the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or come and see us in person when all this blows over for a fist bump or a pint with the Macho Man and David Hasselhoff.
Perfect. So the next plans is going to be some gigs, maybe from September and onwards, and any kind of new music, or are you going to stick to Felony and Rile Em Up?
Well, Felony and Rile Em Up was just the first calling card for this whole new album that's going to drop called Say the Word. That, again, if you like our work, you love this. We've taken it up a notch as well. More collaborations with Andy Cooper. Marietta Smith, our live vocalist, has been brought in now, and she's got her fingerprints on loads of songs. Our sax supremo, Mr. Woodnote's on there. He gets a chance to stretch out on his own track. We've got gospel singer Charles Morgan on there. There's going to be Dynamite MC, who is a Bristol legend and drum bass MC icon.
Say this, yeah.
I've already been saying it in interviews. Asked if it
so
anyway,
So either beat all that or check the album out. But when that drops, Say the Word. That's all you need to know. Second single, that's coming out end of May, start of June. Adam, do you want to say anything about that?
No, you've got it covered. Well done.
Do you want to say anything about the second single?
I think it's mid-June, isn't it? And it's coming on a nice 45 single, same as always. Just watch this space. Watch this space.
Are we going to give any details about who's on it, name of it, what's on the flip?
I was going to not do that. No, I was going to keep it all a bit.
Yeah, but when this goes online, get some heat going, right?
Yes, please. And it's going to be online. I'm going to spread it to Greece. People need to know. Come on.
It's featuring
reveal your secrets.
It's featuring the Cuban brothers. I don't know if you know those guys, but they are very funny. So it's almost a little bit comedy. And yeah, it's going to be good.
That's brilliant, because we need something to cheer up, and this is very cool. Yeah,
I think Felony was kind of a little moody. This one, hopefully, is going to be lifting people's spirits. It's got the legendary party starters, the Cuban brothers, on it, as he said, and it's a little slice of carnival on one side of the 45. And as a bonus, the flip side is going to have a B-side only wax exclusive. So when that drops, see what that is. Ooh.
So we're waiting for June. Yeah.
That's it.
Can't wait for buy it. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. I can see that you have finished your beers and drinks, so you need to refill them, of course. Thank you for being here with me, and hope all the best. Hope to see you in person very, very soon. I just came and moved to London, so this is the chance to meet, guys. And yeah, just a tip from both of you to people who are watching now, and what they need to do: listen to music, cheer up, something very positive, some drink a lot.
Well, stay sane, stay safe, look after each other's from a 2-meter distance, and when this is all over, we shall party together safely and soundly.
Yes. Good. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Soon.
Adios.
Take care. Bye.
Adios. Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.